Hello, hello guys. I'm excited to be here with all of you and to create a beautiful one-stroke landscape. Many of you only know me with flowers, so maybe you didn't know I did landscapes, but my landscapes are quick and easy and fun. And looking for depth, looking for, look at this. Are we showing there, here, up?
You can go up a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to see is that we have little birds, we have footsteps in the sand, we have a rickety beach fence, but I want you to see these little waves and the pretty colors like in the sunset. Actually, this could be a sunrise or a sunset, you know, so I don't know, whatever you want it to be. And the beautiful thing about painting sunset sunrises is that you can make it any color that you want, that you see where you live. But I have to tell you, a lot of people like to have certain colors that match their decor. So make your sky any way you want to. That's what I like to say. But before we start, Dylan, I've got a couple of things, a little housekeeping that I need to share. I've got my painter sponges. These are one-stroke painter sponges I'm sharing with you. And I do a lot of backgrounds to make it quick and easy that way. 2 colors. I left off my color list, so please forgive me. I'm hoping that you guys can grab a wicker white and you can grab a teal. I left those off. But then I want to share something with any of you who are on Facebook or TikTok that have painted with me before. Some people said, do I have to buy another whole set of paint? Well, we have this great kit that has all these matte folk art colors, but many of you do the multi-surface paint and the folk art multi-surface. So the multi-surface can be used the same way. You're just going to pick up your teal and other blues, linens and stuff that I use with the multi-surface, okay?
One thing, we are on TikTok Live if you're joining us on Facebook, but on TikTok we are trying to reach 1,000 likes. So we are at 300 likes right now. So
oh, come on and help me, guys.
we need likes for Donna. We're going to be painting really soon. So if you're joining us, hang tight. She's going to start any second. It's going to be really exciting and fun. And this is the magic of folk art one stroke.
Yes,
All right.
yes, and I'm excited. I'm Donna Dewberry, the one who created the one-stroke painting technique. And I was blessed to be picked up by Plaid over 28 years ago. And here we are today with the best company and the best product. All right, so I want to show you that I took, there's a pattern. Tell me again, Dylan.
You can find all of this information, her color list, her tool list, on plaidonline.com.
Okay.
So she give you a great little pattern that you can print out and transfer to your canvas.
Yes, I put it on vellum after I taped it together, and that's what you would do. And then all I really want is a horizon line. A horizon line can be really high or really low on a landscape. And so I want you to see that this horizon line is right here, the dark teal. That's my horizon for us to work on today. So it's almost halfway in the middle, so you don't have to have a pattern to do most of this. I'm just saying I put a pattern because some people are very connected to a pattern, and that's fine. And so I wanted dreamy, beautiful colors that are just soft and fun. So that's what we're going to work with today. So I'm going to put this right here so that I can kind of guide you along the way. And I went ahead, there's 2 things. You can put it on a palette, the paints on palettes, or you can use, like I've used a foam plate forever, but I'm using my double loader today. And the thing I like about my double loader is it's got a lid. You dampen this, put it on. If you don't finish all your colors tonight, you can pop this on and save it. It'll be good to even use a week or so away, okay? So there's our double loader, and I'm gonna put this here, but I'm gonna start with, when I'm putting this background on, if I go from side to side like this, you tend to curve. I want this straight. So it always is straighter if I start here and pull straight down. And you can be up or down. As a little tip, I wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to share with you that you don't want to stick your sponge in the water and dampen the whole sponge. I'm going to take my fingers into the water and just put a little bit of water there, okay? Now this paint that we're using today is matte finish, okay? So it's just a little different if you're used to multi-surface, okay? So now the first thing I want is, let's look at this really quick here. I want a little bit darker blue here. We're going to add some pinks and a little bit darker blue up here, but it is still pale blue, okay?
Donna, I've got a few things really quick as you're getting started. First of all, we have someone that is starting their one-stroke journey, Connie.
Woo,
So
thank
that
you,
is really
Connie.
exciting.
Exciting.
And we've already reached 1.5 thousand likes somehow on TikTok. So now we're going to set our goal to 5,000. We're getting gifts. So we're going crazy here.
Okay.
So let's get to 5,000, everybody. We
Okay,
are so
5,000,
excited.
come on.
Okay, all right, back to painting.
Okay, we're using French blue and light blue. Okay, basically, I want a little bit of a darker blue, which this doesn't look too dark, but if you're looking at the lid right there, it shows a darker blue. So maybe it'll dry darker. All right, so I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna push down with my fingers and I'm gonna pull it straight all the way across. And it's pretty darn straight when you do it this way, all right? So I also put medium in the middle. Okay, can you all see the floating medium? All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of medium on here and it makes it move better. No water. We're not gonna be using water except to clean our brush. Okay, I have another time I'll use water, but I'll show you. And just a little helpful hint, I'm just telling you once, I'm gonna do the edges when I do this. I'm gonna turn this around. If you're lefty or righty, whichever, turn it till it's comfortable for you. All right, so I'm going to pick up a little bit more medium. Let's get on the top here. And, all right, so we got dark on the horizon and we've got dark at the top. Am I moving this around too much or can y'all see this?
That's
okay, so I'm getting the lighter blue now. All right, so then, see, that's not light enough for me to show a difference, okay? I'm trying to make sure that both cameras can see me.
Donna, we had a question. Why are you using the matte formula tonight instead of multi-surface?
Because that's what comes in the kit that you guys have been
Yeah.
selling. So we thought you might already have the kit and you might not know anything about one stroke. So I don't want to limit you to what you might have at home. So I'm saying use multi-surface if you have it, because that's my go-to. Because it can go on glass, metal, ceramic, indoor, outdoor, because it has a sealer in it.
Yeah.
So
we're using the Let's Paint Live kit. If you are just joining us, you can buy this kit and paint one of hundreds of Let's Paint Live paintings. And it is a fantastic set. It has so many different colors in it. I'm going to show you the product we're using tonight is Folk Art Let's Paint Live kit. And we have so many beautiful colors in this line. And Donna was mentioning multi-surface. That is a formula that we have as well. And there are a lot of colors that overlap. So if you want to paint on multiple surfaces, you can use that or matte.
yes. All right, and I just wanted to share that with you because another thing is I only use my one-stroke brushes, but today I'm using this kit which has the same sizes as my one-stroke dark green handles, and so I don't want to confuse y'all, but this is what we're using because many of you already have it in the kit.
That's the great thing. It comes with brushes, so if you're brand new to painting, grab the kit.
Yeah, it comes with brushes. So now I'm not going to clean this yet because, you know, I want it to, if I put it in the water, it's going to be all damp. So I'm going to get the smaller painter sponge of mine. It's got this great finish here that will help you not have finger marks in your sponging. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our yellow. I got to look at the name of the colors. This is medium yellow. All right, so I'm going to take medium yellow and some white. All right, because I want it really pale yellow here. All right, I can't wait to see you try this. Do it on a greeting card. Do it a quick and easy little project. This is 11 by 14, if y'all didn't see me when we started. And it is straight on the canvas right away. Now I've got a little bit more yellow there than I have on my piece, but I'm going to show you that it's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to come right here into, this is where the water is going to go. So while I've got this yellow, I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow down here for the sun, which rays are going to come down here. We're going to do that right now. And I am going to come in now. I think I'm going to use my brush to add my pink in there because I don't want to be confusing you. But what we do need now is to put the sand in. Now, there's a color I use with multi-surface, which is coffee latte and white. But this, it makes it a perfect beach color. But this was perfect for this dreamy look that I had. Now I'm going to have a wave that comes down, so when you're doing that, you want it to come over the sand. So I'm going to go ahead and put the sand, this is a picket fence, so we're going to go underneath. See, if I trace this on with graphite paper, it won't take away the fence. You'll still see it. You see that? All right, so what I'm doing is a little bit of linen and the wicker white. All right.
Hey Bernadette, we've got Bernadette Gray on TikTok. She said, hello, sweet friend.
Bernadette's one of my every week classes at home in my personal studio.
We're so excited to have you on. This is one of our first big TikTok lives, and Donna's kicking us off.
Yeah, thanks Bernadette. She's an awesome painter. Okay, so let me share with you that we're putting the sand in, the beach sand, so that when we shade it, we're going to shade it with grays and little bits of brown. So let's look at this again. I want you to see what's happening, guys. We're getting all of this area here. It goes way high there, comes down over here, and then the waves are going to go over it. So that's going to be fun. And then you're going to see it through the picket fence, the worn out beach fence, okay? And see the grays that we're going to shade. So we're going to start with this path, which will make it really easy for you. Now I'm going to take this larger sponge real quick, and let's get some teal and put it in there. All right, so I don't have to change this color. I'm going to get a little bit of medium. Are y'all having fun yet?
We got Julie Motley in the chat. Hey everybody.
Hey.
We are trying to get to 5,000 likes, and I think if we get to a big goal on TikTok, Donna's got to do something crazy, like maybe hide a flower in the painting at the end or something.
Listen to you.
All right, we're not there yet, but we're trying to get to 5,000 likes, everybody on TikTok. So please be liking the live, send us some gifts.
Julie Motley has traveled around the world for one stroke painting for me. And we went to Japan together and taught. So it's nice to have you on, Julie. Thanks for the support, babe. She lived in Alaska for 7 years, and now she's back in America. I mean, it is America, I know. but
In Southern America.
Normal life.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. See how that teal goes in there? Now, there's a couple things you have to be cautious of. I like to have, I got a little bit up here. I like to have a little bit of dark at the horizon and on the water and on the sky. Can you see that? Now I'm going to come in with a paintbrush and add some shades in there, but I'm just getting that quick, easy background in there. And you're going to see it makes it so fun that it's quick and you can just keep going and feel like you're creative as you're sponging all these colors on. Look at this.
Now I want to stop you really quick. Michelle on Facebook is saying she's having a little trouble keeping up. That is the great thing about these lives, is that as soon as the live is over, you'll be able to replay the whole episode and you'll be able to stop, pause it, watch it over and over. I just wanted to mention that for everybody. You can find this lesson on the Plaid Crafts Facebook page right after the live.
Okay, so what I want you to know, I don't have to go that fast, but if I don't move this while it's wet, then it doesn't get a pretty blending. So I can slow down a little bit here and show and make a little bit, oh, darn it. See, there's no mistakes, but look at this. I'm gonna come right in here and I'm gonna pick that color up, and guess what? It could just kind of blend in the sky. I meant to get light blue, and that darker blue, which is, what color did we say that was? French blue. I used to use French blue a lot.
Donna, we're getting a lot of questions about your sponge. I am going to link Donna's sponge set. You get 2 sponges in the set, one that's a larger rounded sponge and then one that is a smaller angled end sponge. Okay. Those are her painting sponges, and you can find those on plaidonline.com. I'm going to link them on Facebook right now.
And they are one-stroke Donna Dewberry sponges. I call them painter sponges. I want you to see this curve. If I'm doing an urn or a container or something rounded, I use that end. If I want to do, look at this, if I want to do like a brick, I would pull it this way, turn it around, and pull it the other way and do a whole brick background. This is just for smaller pieces, and you can get in a corner if you're base coating a corner of a tray or whatever. And what's wonderful is as you're doing this and you're base coating your canvases or wood, when you put your fingers in this, it doesn't go down, like I said, and make finger marks. I want you to see, though, I've done a huge trees on the wall, and get a watercolor look by taking this, loading it with your paint, and see if I put my finger on this edge and push down, you're going to get this, the sides of the tree. Makes it, I can do a big tree, floor to ceiling, and like 30 minutes done. So, and I used to do picket fences with this one too. So you're going to love it, and I show you how to do that right on YouTube. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start adding the other pretty color in. So if you said you're behind, I want you to see you're just going to do variations of the color. Whatever color you want in the water, whatever color you want in the sky. Now I'm going to come into the sky and start adding some pretty colors with a paintbrush. And we're going to go a little bit slower with that. I just want you to see that it was important to me. I'm going to try to clean out some of this out of the sponge real quick. I wanted to put a little bit more tan in this before we move on. So I'm just squeezing this out, and one thing that you can do is that you can just take your sponge and a paper towel and not leave much water in it when you put it back on here again. Okay, so I cleaned it that quick. All right, so if I want to bring like the brown in here, and the brown is the coffee bean. What's so funny, we were talking, oh, darn it, we were talking.
Donna's getting violent. Tossing paint bottles.
Is that I started years ago, guys, with only matte, and then they came out with multi-surface. So how crazy is that? I was like, this is how I started. I was like, this is awesome. All right, so look what happens here. I'm just going to come in here with a little bit of floating medium and just get a little bit of movement in here, so it will look like it's a little bit like a beach sand. And sometimes it goes up, and sometimes it curves down.
What color is that for the sand again?
The sand is linen.
Linen.
And then I use coffee bean, but I'm the double load queen. You want to put multiple colors on your sponge, multiple colors on your brush. And that's how I blend, shade, and highlight in each stroke, one stroke painting, okay? I'm gonna come in here later and even add some white in here. But right now, if I'm through using these, which I probably will be, I'm going to take and fold them in half and put them down in my cubby. Okay, here's my brush basin. I'm going to put it down in there, and then it won't dry in here, dry out. So then I can go to the sink afterwards, and they're going to still be in good shape. Okay, so put it down there, and you can get to it and clean it later. And you do not want to let them sit here on your table and dry up, because then you'll have little crumbles all over your painting when from the paint. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, so now any questions, be sure Dylan can ask me, all right? I'm going to come in here next, and you can get one of the two brushes. You can pick up a 12 or the 3/4. But what I'm going to do, see, we just got our back in there, so our background's going to really help you. Now, there's a little violet color and a pink color. So this color was Orchid.
They really liked that cubby tip.
Huh?
They liked your sponge cubby tip.
Oh, it is good. It is good. Because then I don't want to get up and go clean yet. I'm into this. Okay, so are y'all into it yet?
I think so.
Okay, so look, when this dries, see it dried up because the sponge is thin and it dries faster. It puts it on very thin. Then you can just come in here and let's put some pretty color in here. All right, I'm going to come across here. All right, so I'm up on the chisel. I'm just getting some streaks in here. And you can, look at this, I can come in, get some pink, get a little floating medium. I hope y'all get a chance to paint with me, even if you're on a piece of paper. Get out something and try some of these strokes that we're doing, all right? So a little bit of pink, and some of that pink, I'm gonna just sputter it in here a little bit. Just every once in a while, just a little bit of pink, which is reflected from the sky, right? Okay, now I did put a little bit of lavender kind of in here. Ooh. Let me say that again, that's Orchid Wisp, and I don't think we had that color back then. That's pretty.
That's a newer one.
Huh?
That's a newer folk art color.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty.
it's really pretty. We've got a
Okay.
bunch of people on our live. Believe it or not, we're up to 8,000 lives, likes. I know.
Oh, guys, you're wonderful.
Like, I kind of want to make you do like a 30-second cabbage roast or something
Oh,
on a
I
piece
can
of
do
paper
that.
when we
I
get to
can
like
do that.
20.
Or we can put a hibiscus on here. or
All right,
something.
deal.
Okay, so, all right, that's not too hard, right? Are you with me?
We're all here.
Okay.
We've only been painting 20 minutes and this is almost done. Like, look at it.
No, it's not almost
I know
done.
it's not almost done, but it looks almost done. You have a full sunset.
Okay, so I'm still using a large brush, guys, because I want to just be up on the chisel, and I want you to see that using an itty bitty brush, I have so many new students that want to do everything with these little brushes, and I want you to do everything with bigger brushes. Okay, so you got to try it with me. Okay, try it, you'll like it. Now I'm going to lay this brush kind of down, and I'm going to sputter it in the sky. Look, we're going to pick up heavier paint. Oops, there's blue in there, which doesn't hurt anything. It's in the color of the sky that we're using. And sometimes the clouds come down at an angle. I promise you, you start painting clouds with me, you're going to see every cloud in the sky and go, oh my gosh, there's one of those clouds Donna did with me. Okay, look at that. Now I can even put some up here. Am I bumping it?
No, I'm just checking out our lives.
We
Thank
got-
you guys so much for the likes and gifts, everybody.
Oh, y'all are wonderful. When I get a gift, I'm like blown away. Y'all are so sweet. I'm just doing it for you. I just am here because I love it. I'm passionate about painting and teaching. And when y'all send a gift, I'm like, oh, you have big hearts. Look at this. Now, so far, this is not how we do waves. This is how we do sky. Okay, the clouds. See, I'm just sputtering along with the chisel. All right, if you're new out there, the chisel, guys, is this tip of your brush, okay? So I can come in here. When there are bigger sky clouds up there, as you're coming down, let me put some in here. As you come down to the horizon, they're little, just little. See that in the background? I can tell you I've lived in Florida my whole life. I've seen many of these, okay? All right, so that's the sky. We're gonna put a sun in there, and we're going, or moon, and we're gonna put birds later. So I'm gonna get my little dauber, okay? So I'm gonna take this dauber, and I wanna put the sun in, and I'm gonna clean it off really quick, so I'm gonna do it an easy way. I'm going to, because some people tape this line and then do the top and bottom. I'm trying to show you exactly how I would do it. All right, I'm gonna put this yellow, which, I'm sorry, I'm not used to these colors, medium yellow. All right, I have medium yellow and multi-surface, so I should just go with that, right? Same color. All right, so this is medium yellow and it's too bright for what I want. So you could either use a little bit of the yellow ochre, or you can come over here and pick up a little bit of white. Can you see that, guys? All right, and then I'm gonna just tap it a little bit more white. Okay, so now look what happens. I'm gonna come right in here. Let's see, I did that 3 fingers from there. Now I'm gonna go into the water too, but I wanna show you that I'm gonna push it down and I'm gonna twist. Okay, push it and twist. I can tap tight. Let me add some white. I can add some white in there, after or now. Okay, y'all asking Dylan some questions. We want him to keep working.
We do have another question. Judith was like, what can you use if you don't have a dauber?
If you don't have a dauber, you can use a paintbrush. But I'll tell you in just a minute, but right now you gotta watch me real quick. I can't answer until I clean this up. I take a wet, clean brush, my little tip for the night. Wet, clean brush, and take it away. All right, so it's a lot faster to paint it and then come back in and take it away. Can y'all see that? And look how I'm taking that across here. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. If you don't have a dauber, you're gonna take a smaller brush. I think this is the 8 or 6, and I'm gonna pick up the paint, and I'm gonna come right here and do a half of a circle. Okay, just do the half of the circle. It's just daubers are really fun and inexpensive and quick. So I was just sharing that with you. But I can also come in here with some white across the bottom of this and lighten it up a little bit. It can either be a glow from the sun or a glow from the moon. There we go. Now I just want that there. I want it to dry. My fence before, here's like the first one I did. See, I came in there with heavier blues, heavier fence. I wasn't happy with my fence, so I redid it. So, but I put that moon a little bit, or sun a little bit higher. But see, any sky is going to look good. I just want you to go for it, okay? Now, let's look at it, the waves and the water that we're going to do. And I need to know if you're having fun.
I think everybody's loving the way you paint. Everybody's saying that they love watching you paint.
Well, thank you. See the two? I love that you're watching me. I'd love you even more to be painting. So come back and watch it when you get some paint in hand. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and just kind of darken that back in. Because when I went back and forth there, just to let you know, that right there is the canvas from underneath. But it worked because, be sure to throw that dauber in the water. It worked because it took off some paint and it looks like it's the shine, all right, from your sunset here. So look, now I'm going to come in here. Now what I want to do is I want it to go across, all right? We're going to come in here with white. I've got the 8. We're coming in here with some white and our nice yellow, our medium yellow, wicker white. Here we go. Okay, so come across here. And I'm going to come where we have the foam that comes up on the beach. All right, can you see that? Doesn't that look nice?
That's gorgeous.
Okay, so I feel like you're right there in that. Now, let's look at some of this fun foam that I'm going to put in the beach. All right, so look what happens here. All right, so we're going to put the waves, some of the foam, which is waves, and then we're going to go underneath that. See how that makes it really look like it's lifted? Because we're going to put teal underneath there with a paintbrush. And then these little spots are the little scruffy that we're going to use. We're going to put a little bit of foam there. So I'm going to pounce right here. Pounce, pounce, pounce. We're going to come right over here a little bit. And so really light and airy. So it's like a spray of foam. All right, but then we're going to make it look like something in just a few minutes instead of just pouncing. All right, I have a few spots here. All right. And like a lot of people will make clouds and balls, like little scruffy balls. And same thing here. And that won't look like a wave. So I want you to concentrate on what I'm sharing with you and how we put a little bit of foam that comes up on the beach. Okay, and some of this, just remember, some of this will be covered by fence and all, but I want to put it in there anyway, all right? All right, so let's get, I usually use a 12, so let's get this wet 12. Always dampen your brush with water to start, but we're not going to put water in our painting, we're going to dry it off. But that gets us ready, okay? So now, here we go. When I want to put these waves and all in here, I might come in and either blue or teal, pick up a little bit of this, and then pick up some white, okay? So I'm going to start off like maybe right in here, and I'm laying it down, see that? And I will say with this, my white ran over there a little bit, I will say I'm sputtering. So I kind of lay it down, pick up white, and I'm going to come in here first to show you that you just lay it down, and sometimes it sputters bigger, and sometimes it doesn't. All right, see where it got heavier there? So you're grabbing white. I do this in the ocean. I do it in a little lake that has waves coming out. Look, you just lay it, and you just drag it. See how it's bouncing a little bit? It's just sputtering.
Donna, we have a kind of funny comment.
What?
Kim said I don't usually tell everyone, but in sheer desperation, I have used a cigarette butt to daub a circle. That would be perfect. It would soak up the paint a little
Well,
bit,
you know what you do with that? You got to make a little bit of a
a little
circle.
bigger.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Desperation
Uh-huh.
works. I've had flight attendants saying that they used some other cream or whatever on the plane when they didn't have floating medium to paint.
There you go.
When they went overseas, they were doing one stroke on the plane. Okay.
Donna's just using a flat brush right now. And what did you use for the foam? That was the flat brush.
That
too,
was
right?
a little scruffy
Oh,
brush.
a small scruffy. Okay.
Yeah, a small scruffy that I created. They're really great little brushes. All right, so look, this doesn't look great. Yeah, look at that. I'm just kind of sputtering it. All right, we're going to come under here. See, I don't want it to be dry, like dragging. I want it to have more paint. But this paint's a little bit drier than I'm used to. So I'm just coming back over it a few times. But all right, so then let me show you one more thing before we go underneath and give it the depth. Right now it's just on top. Right now I can take floating medium and I get it on both sides of the brush. I'm going to just dip into the white, or you can come on the edge and side load it. Can y'all see that? A little bit of white. All right, now this is what's going to happen. I'm going to come around along this edge, right along here, because it's going into the sand. This is that little bit of water that comes in, a little bit of foam, a little bit of water that comes along the edge. And so floating medium's on one side, and then it's all like transparent on the other side. Okay? Now, two things are going to happen that is going to make you go, wow, I didn't know you could do that. And that is, I'm going to take floating medium. So I pick it up. That floating medium is the fluff that's inside the paint that gives it body with no pigment in it, no color. So it moves and dries just at the same time speed as my paint. So look, I'm going to side load till I get this coffee bean. You could do the gray, but I'm doing the coffee bean. All right, now look what happens. I'm going to take the floating medium, and it's going to be out on the sand, and this coffee bean's going to be all up in here. Now immediately, doesn't that look like the sand got wet from the water? And it lifts up that foam, gives you some depth. See how I'm just working it in there? Okay, look at the difference, guys, in that and that. See? It just gives it, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we're going to come along in here. You can get a little darker here and there with the foam. There we go. Now on these waves, look what I'm doing. On these waves, I'm bringing the teal underneath, okay? So same thing, floating medium, work it in, and then I'm gonna come here and pick up teal. Okay, thanks for being on, thanks for liking what I'm sharing with you. You wanna see more, then you gotta like it a lot, right?
Yep, we're up to 11,000 likes on TikTok, so keep
Woo!
on liking, everybody.
What happens when you like it is not only do the channels love it, TikTok says, hey, she's doing something that they're liking, but Plaid sees that and it makes me happy.
Yeah, and they're going to send it to more people so that they can see the beauty of folk art one stroke.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to see that you can get heavier over here sometimes, and that's the shadow. Look at the difference of the shadow. Isn't that fun? All right, so a little bit here and there. You don't have to get carried away. What artists tend to do when they start out is, hey, I like that. Then they go crazy and put it on everything. So a little bit will do you. Don't get carried away. And we're gonna just come along here and just add colors you want. Work in the white. See, I can blend the white out. I can just make it just be subtle instead of so dramatic, not drastic, dramatic. All right, there you go. So it's kind of fun. You play with it, make it yours. I am going to put these little footprints in here, but I'm going to wait because we need to know where the fence is going to go. All right, so this was the fence that got carried away and I almost gave up. And look at the fence now. Okay, so look at the two different ones. All right, first of all, my licorice was too dark, and the black, pure black, and then this one was just subtle. All right, and I love those fences that look like they're tumbling. All right, so I'm gonna go back to a 12 flat, or you can use a 3/4, but I think you'll be happy with a 12. I can still see my fence through here. You might not, but I can still see it. All right, so I'm gonna put this out here a little bit, and I'm gonna get lots of white paint on the 12. Okay, this is wicker white. Now look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch my piece over here. I'm gonna come here, and I did it all the way till you can see the other end of the fence. Now, what I would do, one stroke painting means you blend, shade, and highlight in one stroke. Well, that's just pure white, and sometimes that happens. But what will make you happier is if when you pick up the medium gray, at the same time you pick up white, and you go across here at the same time, you shaded it and stroked it at the same time. How cool is that? All right, now I like to make money and save money by painting. You know what that means? You know what that means, Dylan?
That's an interesting one. I hadn't heard you say that.
All right, I like to make money and save money. So when I have to make gifts for people or get a greeting card, I looked at wedding cards. They were $13 when my grandsons were getting married, for $15 even for a wedding card. So I paint the gift wrap, the wedding card, the gift, the glasses, like champagne glasses inside, candles. I paint the little note card, and I paint a journaling page. I do all kinds of things, and that saves me money because I can paint the gift and the wrap and everything, so that saves me money. And then when I like it, when I paint, my friends would love what I painted, and they would ask to buy them. So by selling my art and to my friends who want to buy it, then I'm able to buy more craft supplies.
There you go.
You know, so, and if any of you are just loving that, you mean I could paint and it would look like something that I would be proud of, I want you to think that we need teachers. We need people who would love to teach one stroke. I have so many teachers out there that are online, that are in person, but we're always looking for that person who says, I love this, and I would love to share my education courses to become teachers. So be thinking about it. All right, so there we go. So see how we get a little bit of gray? I have it more sometimes, less come in here. Every once in a while, you put your finger to steady yourself, and then you pull in a little bit on top of here. You can also, if you have, sometimes my hands are shaky, and so especially if I had caffeine, so I can hold my hand, like you put your hand here, especially younger kids, where they don't, their little pinky won't hold them up. Look how I just held it steady that way. So it's a little trick. We're coming right in here. And fine artists use, I don't know what that stick's called, do you know? That goes across the canvas to hold your hand.
Oh, no, I have seen those, though, especially like chalk artists and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you probably do. But, so I figured out how to do that myself with my hands or whatever. All right, so now I can't see the top of this, but I know where it is, okay? So it's gonna come right here and come down.
A maul stick.
A maul stick, yes, yes, yes.
I had never heard of that.
Yes, I have, but I forgot.
Thanks, George.
Yes.
It's Dylan. Everybody, I'm Dylan. Steven's been doing all the lives this week, but
They
Dylan's
thinking
here
you're
tonight.
Steven?
They were wondering if it was Steven.
No, it's Dylan. We introduced Dylan along with my name, Donna Dewberry, earlier today. I mean, early tonight, and Dylan said he was going to say it again.
Yeah.
Dylan's over the videography and content around here, so we are blessed.
We try to make some beautiful stuff for you.
Yes, and not trying, he is. So we're happy.
Thank you.
Making it happen. Creative. We're going to be doing creative, fun stuff all day tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay, so, all right. So now I did the tops, and the bottom, I want to come a little bit and clean it up with some shading, just real quick. Now, you don't have to go crazy. I've got people that take liners and spend an hour fixing that. Well, guess what? I'm not. I am happy. But you could, I mean, somebody would still buy this piece, even though I'm unhappy. But see, I got carried away. You can't see the beach through there. You can't see any of that. So now look what happens. I'm going to take that same brush I've been doing this with and picking up some coffee bean with my same 12. All right, so let's come up here, slip, slap. You can use your scruffy, or you can come in here as this little beachy sand here. All right, and cover the bottoms of it a little bit. Okay, and a little bit more brown. I didn't get this dark, but I'm just showing you. You can do that. Now, the thing I like to share with you, if you don't like something, you can take it off, but just pick up more color. Look, if I didn't like that, I can just pick up more linen and put it back in there. See that? Or I can pick up some white. Look at this. Look, slip, slap. You just want it to look like it's closer. Doesn't this look like it's closer and that's way back there? That's what we want. One of the things I like to do in my landscapes is make it like stuff look like it's right here in the picture. Like I'm going to do that flower right here that we talked about. And the brightest color I have is yellow, so it might have to be yellow.
That's okay.
All right, so, and some pink. All right, so now what's going to happen, we have a couple of little, oh, we are almost done. Look at that. All right, so we have to have a 2 script liner. We have to also make some of the grass in here. But to make this fence kind of finished, look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take water. Only time I use water is usually with the liner. All right, so I'm going to make a mix of water, 2 or 3 drops, and then make circles right here to break up that paint. All right, so then I'm going to roll my brush. Roll it, and then you're ready, okay? Now, I want you to be really loosey-goosey with this. I'm going to come up here and, all right, so I'm going to go from here to here. And because it's kind of broken the wire along here somewhere, you can come up here. I'm trying to make it really loose and not perfect. See, we're going around, and every once in a while it's got a little broken piece. And sometimes I'll come in, oh, there you go. Touch it with licorice. All right, so there's a few of these along here. So see, can they see it, or is that too small?
No, we can see it perfect. They did joke in the comments that you did more of a privacy fence on the first one. This one's a little looser.
Well, in Florida, we have some of those beaches you need a privacy fence. We've happened upon that by accident with all my children one day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It is a playing beach. Okay, so now it's kind of fun. You know, at any point, just think about this. If you're doing a greeting card, I love just doing one little palm tree and a little spurt like that, or just a little bit of wave on a note card. Think about it. It's fun. They can be your personal cards, and the coolest thing is that people frame them. Hand painted with your initials on it or something. Okay, so now I'm going to come in here, and I got the coffee bean with some water also, made it inky. It's called making it inky. And I'm going to drag these tall seagrass up But look, sometimes you want the seagrass to go really high and it looks like it goes to the horizon instead of really little. And I know that's kind of scary because sometimes you put it right over, oh, your pretty water. Look at that. All right, but that's going to be seagrass in there, and I picked up a few colors in here. The yellow ochre, sometimes you have sea oats, and oops. There was something on that. There you go. So you take that right. See, I want some really loose. Can y'all see this top and bottom? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I want you to try to look at loose to the left and to the right. All right, so then we have a couple of other colors. So this is back here. And so now I'm going to take teal. Let's pick up some teal and go right there. Now you cannot use that floating medium because it's thicker, it's fluffy. It's made to give the body to the paint, and you don't want to have body in this, you want it thin. Now look how much paint I wasted. But if I put the lid on this for my double loader, then you still have that paint to use over and over. I would rather have more paint than not enough. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit of white and pull this teal in here, look at that. All right, now the yellow ochre is what you can come in here and put as a few of those in there if you want to, because they kind of have that color.
Just a reminder that this lesson will be available on the Plaid Crafts Facebook page as soon as this live is over. You can find it in our video section.
How fun is that? Now, I guess what I did, let me show you. I'm going to change my mind here. Instead of doing this here, let's come down. Let's come here. Okay, look, don't worry about it. No problem. Look at that. I want to come right here, make the coffee bean, roll it. I want to come way down here because this is in the back a little bit. This I want in front. You see it? All right, then this looks, it's like closer right here. You see this? So get it heavy at the bottom. You see that? And are you having fun yet?
We are.
All right.
I want to share with you really quick too. We've got somebody was talking about Diane Nelson's coming to the One Stroke Convention
Oh, my
this year.
convention in July. I'm so excited. I haven't seen you for a year. We have a convention for one-stroke painting, and you don't have to be super good to come. People love just coming and being around like-minded people and creating. And I teach all the classes for 3.5 days, and it's like an event. It's by the Orlando airport. So you can go to onestroke.com and find out when that convention is. Okay, and how to get there. All right, so see how that looks like it's close now? And that's set back. All right, now I'm gonna put a little bit of teal in here. I'm almost done, guys. All right, I put a little teal in here. And see, do it really loose, like touch, let it curve over. Isn't that fun? And I did just every once in a while, and a couple other places on this canvas. Look at this. I can put little teeny, like it looks like a little twig of weed there, or grass that's just starting up. And then right in here, I'll put a little bit. And guess what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna do a few little isn't that fun? I'm gonna do a little footprints. And that was like a last minute thing I wanted to do, and I thought it was kind of fun. So I did get some gray and some brown on here. And I wanted it really faint. So then I went in some medium so it wasn't too heavy paint. All right, so maybe I kind of, so you go step by step, right? So where would it be? There, there, there. And it's like, goes away, it's smaller as it comes to you, you're a little bit bigger. See, I made a mistake again. All I do is wipe it off. Now, when I go up to somebody's canvas and go, oops, let's take that off, and I just wipe it with a wet paper towel, they think their whole painting's wrecked, but it's not, because our paint dries and it stays. Can y'all see a few little steps? You can put a little bit of gray and a little bit of white and mute it down. I just wanted to do two birds and paint you a flower as a surprise since so many wonderful people.
Yes, we're up to 15,000 likes on TikTok, so we're getting a bonus flower.
Oh, y'all are gonna make me cry. That is so sweet. Now look, here is my bird. Now I want you to think about M's, okay? So I'm gonna come 1, 2, can y'all see that? And you make it M, yes? Can you see it over there, Dylan?
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have one that's smaller right here because he's in the distance. Oops. Okay, now I do put a little bit, so it's an M. That's not hard. If you put black, then you can't fix it as ugly looking. So start with white. All right, so I put the little bodies. Can you see maybe a body there? All right, now I'm gonna go to that pure black. See that, guys, that little bit of pure black? Well, it's already starting to dry, so let's add a little water to it. Not medium, that's what you would think, because medium makes it move better. All right, so all I'm gonna do, try this. I'm gonna steady my hand and I'm gonna do a little bit touch on the wings, touch on the tail, and touch on the beak. Now this one I got a little big on. Little bit, little beak, and a little tail. All right, now, like I said, that got a little too, so I'll just come here and add white right on top of that, just a little bit. All right, so there's our bird. Take a deep breath and let's make a flower, okay? So I'm going to get this bright yellow. It's a moon yellow with yellow ochre. Get some medium, work it in. Let's see how pretty we can make this. Okay? Now, gotta go right on top of my painting. Maybe I should do it on my spare one.
You can do it on the spare. There's a lot of pressure.
Okay, so here's our spare one. All right, so I wasn't happy with everything here anyway. So I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna wiggle. Let's put some white on the tip. I'm going to wiggle and come down. Put a little bit more white. See, in the double loader, you split the two right there, and usually come and work it in, but we're just gonna pick it up there. We're gonna come right here. And we love hibiscus in Florida. If you don't like something, look, I'm not thrilled about that, so I just come right back over here. Come right back over here. All right, can you all see that flower yet?
Oh, beautiful.
Of course you would say that.
That's great. I mean, it looks like it's real. It's in there. It's huge. Looks great.
I like to put things in front like it's, look, if I want it, let's put some more white out. I can come right in here. I'm just making do with the colors I have, which are pastel, and which would look good with this painting. So look, I can come in here and add some white. Look what happens when I do that. Okay, see how it pops a little bit more? Are y'all happy yet?
Love this.
Okay, so then, I could have had it going off the edge. All right, so then I'm gonna take a little brush and I'm going to put some teal right in here. We're gonna do a smile right in there. All right, so I'm gonna come right in here and pull the stamen. There's a little stamen right in the center of a hibiscus. Okay, and what we do to that is we want to make it look like little lines of a Christmas tree shape. Okay, so let's just use this teal still, and then I'll show you. We'll put white on it. All right, so I'm going to do little lines, and this should be dry. He asked me if I needed a blow dryer. Dylan did, and I said no. All right, so look, I'm just going to make the shape of a Christmas tree, kind of, and it's real small up here, right? All right, so that's kind of muted. All right, now I'm going to pick up white, and I'm going to do little teeny dots. Okay, so we want it kind of pastel, but we want it pretty too. So little teeny dots of stamens, pollen, not stamen, right there. Okay, and that's pretty big on there, but that's okay. A few little yellow ones. Okay, guess what? I'm going to take it off. I just want y'all to see not to be afraid. If you don't like something, you don't have to forget it and say, I messed it. Right? Y'all see that? I had too much paint there. So, are you with me still?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so we're going to come straight up here and make this small now. Now, I wouldn't have it that big. I just decided it's little, so we're going to come right in here and make a little stamen with pretty little. Is that better? I think that's better for the size. And we just put little white dots on here. And you have a little hibiscus.
Kay said she took your classes almost 40 years ago in Massachusetts.
Oh my goodness.
One of the OGs.
Where'd you say?
Massachusetts?
No, but what'd you say at the end?
One of the OGs.
Oh. Okay, so one of the things I like to do, but we don't have extra colors, I like to make the center another color because sometimes they have those pretty colors in there. But if this is dry, I could put some pinks in there. And I know we're done, but let's put just a teeny bit of teal with some blue. And let's put a pretty leaf on here.
Teresa asked if the matte paint is as easy to wipe as the multi-surface.
Is it what?
As easy to wipe off.
Oh, yeah, it's just like multi-surface. You can take it off just like that. What the difference is when you have a base coat of multi-surface, it's got a sealer in it. So you can wipe off something and the sealer that's in it keeps it really nice and kind of have a sheen. That's a good question, though. All right, but the deal is we have quality, any kind of paint that you want. Glass, fabric, indoor, outdoor, metallics, color shifts.
And Donna tried out some of our brand new products this week. Fragment Effects was a cool
I love
one.
it.
Murano, Full Court Murano. She's going home with some of that.
And tell them about the sale.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, guys. If you are wanting to, take advantage of any of Donna's products or the Let's Paint Live kit, you can go to plaidonline.com and through tomorrow, it'll be 25% off your order.
Okay, so you
that's a big
still
deal.
have time. Okay, I did it for you.
There you
On a fly. I made a mistake and fixed it.
Thank you.
All right, I hope you like it. See, this is kind of heavy here. Now I'll put some light right on that. But thank you for being with me, for liking, coming on and giving us so many wonderful likes and gifts. I passionately love teaching. I hope you feel it. I hope you can hear by Dylan and Stephen and everybody who works with the Let's Paint program and with Plaid Crafts how much we love educating you guys. And I'm so blessed that I get to be a little part of it when I get to come visit from Florida. And I love Plaid. We're family here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Donna's got a little surprise at the end of this live, the live for next month with her buddy Kirsten.
Miss Kirsten and I started 28 years ago, right out of college she did, and she helped me develop the whole One Stroke program as a college grad. And we both have kids now, and she's going to paint with you next month with this fun project. So it's great for the summer. It's exciting, bright colors, and Kirsten is such a great teacher. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
So paint with her next month, and let me see what you do. I'd love to see pictures, so please share.
All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you next month.
Bye-bye.